Good morning, guys. I hope you guys can hear me now. I think I have some connection problem. I had some connection problem and hope everything is cool now. Just let me know if everything is good. Okay, no buffering or something. You can hear me. Let me know that. Should not be any connection problem, but there could be some connection problem. All good. Okay, thank you, Tavimi. Thank you so much. So I don't want to waste any time because I was trying to open this stream for a long time. I don't know. Maybe there was some connection problem. However, today is Wednesday and around 2 p.m. you can see we have FOMC meetings. We don't have any conference, so we don't need to worry about 2:30. All we have to care, no trade should be done before 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. from 2:01 p.m. we are back to trading. Today's morning session is the session we should avoid. We should not go for any kind of high risk in this morning session because it can be a very difficult session for trading. As well as we have the Nvidia earnings, if I'm not wrong, after the market close. So the whole day can be bit mess today, okay? Because morning session could be mess because of FOMC. Market can keep holding the liquidity for the FOMC meeting, and after the FOMC, the market can still wait for the Nvidia earnings, which is gonna published maybe after the closing, so around 4 or 4:15 p.m. I don't know exactly what is the time. There is a highly possible scenario it could be. So if you are trading this morning session, make sure that you are not taking high leveraged entries. Okay, so you will try 1 or 2 times. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't work, just let this go. This is how we should look for this FOMC day. However, we have President Trump speak around 4:15, so until 11:30, sorry, until 11, it could be a beautiful price action. Could be, again, it's a low probability. So how we are going to trade around this Wednesday where there is FOMC meetings around the PM session? How should we trade? In our life, I have already talked about this a lot of time, a lot of time, a lot of time. The best area to trade in FOMC days from 7 to 8:30. Those people who are new, of course, they don't know actually about this, but I'm saying to you guys, if you are going to trade around the FOMC days, around the morning session, it's highly risky. Avoid trading over there. Instead of that, go for the trading from 7 to 8:30 a.m. That is the best area to trade, and most of the time you will be profitable by that small time frame zone. First of all, I'd love to come here in this 7 to 7:30 to show you how this happened today. Okay, in normal days when we don't have the FOMC, we are allowed to trade from 7 to 7:30. Our maximum loss should be 15 handle. There is no other price action, just the displacement and go for the trade. Rest of the things, like, not important. No higher time frame is important, nothing is important. You will look for liquidity to be taken in between 6:30 to 7. If it doesn't do that, then from 7 to 7:30, first it will take the liquidity, it will give you the opposite direction displacement, you will go for the trade. All of you know that. But if you have the FOMC, then you can add more over here. That means you can add more higher time frame here. You can add more setup over here. For example, 22 IT model. You just don't need to depend on the displacement. If you have 22 IT model, you can go for that. Breaker block, go for that. Order block, go for that. Whatever you find, go for that. If you have the FOMC, because now you have the extended time, you're not going to stop around 7:30, you are going to stop around 8:30, so you have 1 hour extended time. I'd love to talk about this 7 a.m. For the, before going for the whole analysis or pre-market analysis or however it is. You can see this is the 6:30. I have just marked a line over here. This is the 6:30. This is the 6:59. So in between this area, I will look for some kind of liquidity to be taken at first. Remember, it can't be a single high. It has to be a relatively equal highs, or it can't be a single low. It has to be a relatively equal lows. At first, this low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows, but was not so good to me, to be honest. It was not so good to me. However, if you see this relatively equal lows, there is nothing wrong. That has been cleared. in between 6:30 to 7. So it has cleared the sell side liquidity. It never take the buy side liquidity, never take the buy side liquidity before 6:30. Okay, so before 6:30, some kind of relatively equal highs has been created that has been cleared in between 6:30 to 7. It never happened. So there was no buy side liquidity that has been taken in this time zone. But yeah, you can say that it has cleared that sell side liquidity. If you see like this way, then you have to wait from 7 to 8:30 because we have the FOMC. That's why 8:30. In other words, until 7:30, a displacement which is actually a clear displacement, and whatever gap you will get, you will try to take the entry from there to take the buy. If you see, this is a liquidity taken. I was not actually so impressed over here. Instead of that, I have seen this low and that low. That is a shallow run. In other words, this is the obvious liquidity that has been created before 6:30, and that has been cleared after 7. So after 7, market has cleared the sell side liquidity. No buy side liquidity also have been taken until now. Only the sell side liquidity has been cleared. At the same time, it has built the buy side liquidity over here. You can see this high and that high, they're the relatively equal highs. So that could be our target until this buy side liquidity. Over here, we can target that buy side liquidity if we find a displacement. If you look over here, the normal candles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of these candles. After 7, remember, after 7, I'm only waiting for a bullish displacement. Either way, if you see this is relatively equal lows, not bad, but to me, it was not so much convinced. But this is so convinced that obvious liquidity has been cleared. It was so convinced, okay? After clearing that, 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 candle, it's a clear displacement. If you compare all of this price action over here, all of this price action, you can clearly say that, brother, this is the displacement. Market is leaving that area, a clear displacement. So if I get that displacement, first I will try to take the entry from here after that candle close. Actually, after not that candle close, because it was not so beautiful displacement, but after that candle close, this is a very nice displacement. So here is one gap, here is second gap. Fortunately, I have two gap. If I had three gap over here, one more gap over there, I should go for the trade from the highest gap depending on the stop loss. But if I try to take the entry from here and stop loss below that low, which is gonna be 21 handle. Remember, this is not the same kind of what to say, I mean the FOMC, sorry, same kind of 7 a.m. kill zone where we are allowed to trade until 7:30. We are allowed to trade until 8:30, and that is why I can go maximum 20 handle. Like, I'm going to treat this 7 a.m. as my morning session. So however, you can see there is a market structure shift as well. This high has been shifted over here after clearing the sell side liquidity. 22 YT model, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap, or the displacement for the normal 7 a.m. kill zone entry. Okay, stop loss, if you go for the 15 handle stop loss, which is gonna be here, I guess, around here, okay, it is also valid, but I don't want to take that risk. Would love to see to put it below here, which is gonna be like 20 or 21 handle, partial around 20 handle, or whatever it is, 1:1. We'll take the partial over there. We'll hold the trade until that area by putting our stop loss to the break even. Now, if you want to take from the entry over here, there is nothing wrong as well. But what happened, most of the time you will miss the trade. Market will never come here. Instead of that, it will work with the upper gap. Even this gap can be important. If it was not the FOMC days, my entry would be from this gap. But as it is in FOMC days, I would love to look for the entry from here, depending on that 22 item model, which I didn't mark yet, but I will explain the price action over here. So what happened, immediately you got the entry over here by that specific candle, and you will try to take the partial over here, put your stop loss to the break even, hold your trade until this buy side liquidity. Just remember this white line over here, this is that partial level. Our partial level should be here, 1:1, and then we will try to hold the trade until here by putting our stop loss to the break even. Now what happened, this market has fallen a bit more, and finally gave you the partial over here. After taking the partial, maybe you put your stop loss to the break even, and you got, I think, okay, later you will get stopped out to the break even. However, maybe you didn't take this trade. Okay, so just for example, you didn't convinced by this sell side liquidity has been cleared, no worries. Over there you will be able to see that this high, that high, that high, all of them are the relatively equal highs that has been created over here after 7. If you didn't find this buy logical to you, if it was not logical to you. In that type of situation, you are thinking that, which is absolutely wrong. This high and that high, the relatively equal highs, against going your rules, everything. Okay, it was liquidity taken, which is not acceptable. So even if it didn't clear the buy side liquidity, but you are thinking that this was the buy side that has been cleared. After 7, you would love to take the sell. That was your displacement. Nice candle. But there was any fair value gap? No. So you can't take the sell. You have to wait for the selling opportunity. However, this is not the perfect setup. Even after seeing this displacement, there is no fair value gap. There is no model. You can't go for the any kind of trade around this area. In other words, which market has created this buy side liquidity. This high has been cleared over here by a shallow run. A buy side liquidity has been cleared. Market has cleared that buy side liquidity. Displacement? No. Look at that candle and that candle and that candle. All of them are the same candle. For example, this candle fall here and closed there. Just for the sake of this conversion, it closed here. Then I could say that this is a displacement because it was clearly leaving the market. I could say like that way. Even after failing the liquidity over here, missing that buy over here, depending on everything, this is not the displacement. Compare this run from here to here. Look at that run and compare this run. Does it look like a displacement or the same kind of candles? In my opinion, this is the same kind of candles over here. It's not the displacement, but this is displacement. See this is displacement. So you need to mark the displacement. However, maybe you didn't take this buy. All of this buy is not was not valid to you. In the other word, you can see there obvious liquidity, sell side liquidity, which is an obvious here is as well. Like all of these lines, I just marked it in a random way as my sell side liquidity, as I was looking for sell because I missed that buy. I have seen market has cleared the liquidity over here. It is outside of the session 7:30. I don't care about that. Why? Today I'm allowed to go for the trade until 8:30. So over here, what happened? Market has cleared the buy side liquidity and then gave me a very nice market structure shift here. Trade the fair value gap over here. Stop loss above that area, which is gonna be 12 handle 2 tick or something like that. We'll go for same kind of partial, which is 20 handle around here, which is 20 handle. So we'll see if it can provide us at least 20 handle partial or not. And after taking the partial, we'll put our stop loss to the break even. We'll try to hold the trade until the sell side liquidity, which is here. If it provides us that, okay, perfect, I got the sell side liquidity. Now think that, brother, this was not displacement to me, so I was not looking for the market structure shift 22 YT model because I really would love to go for the trade depending on the displacement only. So I didn't take this trade. Forget about it. Did it came to the 8:38? No, it didn't come to the 8:38. So still I have the opportunity. So you didn't see any buy side liquidity taken, but now you should be agree with me that all of this sell side liquidity or relatively equal loss, everything has been cleared. Market still didn't come to the 8:30. So still, if I get a displacement, I am able to take the buy. Come here, market fall, and then are you convinced by that displacement? Like that displacement which happened here around here, is does it look like a displacement? Now you can say, brother, this candle and that candle, this candle and that candle, they're same. No, they're not the same. It just this single candle is more than enough for seeing a displacement over here. Just this candle, it is more than enough for seeing a displacement over here. However, this is the 22 YT model as well, like market structure shape, fair value cap, whatever it is. This is the fair value cap. You would love to try to take the entry over here. Your stop loss should be below this low, which is 24 handle, and I'm not interested to go more than 20 handle, something like that. You can just simply put the stop loss below this candle, which is here. So just below that candle, and same way I'll go for the partial around 20 handle, which is here, around 20 handle, and then I'll try to hold my trade until this buy side liquidity, if it can reach until that buy side liquidity. Okay, so market actually fall and gave you the partial. After giving you the partial, maybe you put your stop loss to the break even and you are holding your trade. It came until 4300. Maybe you are holding your trade until the buy side liquidity by putting your stop loss to the break even, and then you got stopped out to the break even over here around that area. This was the area where we are interested to go for the trade today, as we have the FOMC around the PM session. This is the best area to trade, and I have shown you the 3 opportunity. Which one suits to you, you will go for that trade. If you take that buy here, you are not going to take that sell here. If you take the sell here, you are not going to take the buy here. Which one you prefer according to your logic? You will go for only that trade. No other, all of the other things you have to let it go. I know that some of you actually uh, uh, working with the some kind of disorder where you would love to catch every single buy and sell, which is absolutely absurd to me, because this is how most of the people lose the money. And please don't do that. Instead of that, try to take one trade from one session, at least one winning trade from one session. That is really a good opportunity for the long term career. Okay, over here. However, these are the uh, London session. Not going further for the London session, just going to say a bit about the London session. When market came here, built relatively equal highs. This was the inverse gap over here, and you can see this candle. That candle has validated this inverse gap as inverse gap. If this candle could tap over here, I could go for the sell over here by believing that London session is the liquidity making session. From 15-minute chart, this high, that high, a perfect relatively equal highs over here and here. Unfortunately, market didn't give the entry over here. Then market fall here, build another relatively equal lows over here, which is the sell side liquidity for the what to say, I mean the London session, and then did the same thing over here. This candle and that candle, this is the inverse gap. Market never come back to this inverse gap. At the same time, it has provided the 22 YT model, so you can see market structure shift, but never gave me the entry over here. After getting the market structure shift, this candle never come to this until that area, or maybe to this gap, 22 YT model gap. It never come over here, so there was no buying opportunity as well. I didn't see any setup over here. I am not interested to force the market to tell him that you have to give me the entry, or it's not something like that. So it doesn't need to give me the entry. For me, the London session, we didn't have any trade over there. I have just 2 minutes left, so would love to leave it until here, and we'll see if I can find something. My most and foremost target is this line for today, and more importantly under this 15-minute gap. But around the opening, I will see if this gap, which is the 15-minute reclaimed gap over here, if it is going to be inversed, and then maybe I'll start to think about the sell, which is not my interest at all. I'm more interested to see if this market can go higher. So from this gap or the quadrant level, I would love to see it will go higher, and it will come for this line, more important to this gap. That is my interest to see at first, so we'll see if it can go over here. Would love to go for here a bit. This is Apex 80% discount, 1 day to pass, ends 24th November EST. Okay, lifetime price activation fees is gonna be $40. Actually it's $130 most of the time, but now because of this offer, you are going to pay only $40 as your activation fees. 25k account is gonna cost $29, 50k gonna cost $33, 75 $37, and 100k $41. 150, 250, 300k, all of them are going to be $79. So $79 plus $40, $120 you are going to get either of this account, 150k, 250k, 300k. If you have some kind of problem with the smaller drawdown, then you guys should go for this 150, 250, 300k. In my opinion, it's a great opportunity because it's gonna cost a very small amount of money. After passing, it's gonna cost 120 overall, or all. Okay, so you will get a very small amount of money and huge amount of account size with a bigger drawdown. But at the same time, those people who love the 50k account, you guys can go for that offer as well. So it's up to you. But make sure that use the code T2T, not T2 wizard, it's T2T. This is the market open, and let me open, go to the regular trading hour to see the opening gap. Here is the opening gap, the closing, and this is the opening. Okay, so far market has traded the 50% of this opening gap. Would love to see if it can go higher. Any kind of buying opportunity now, I'll try to take that buy. If this high shifted here, with a fair value gap, that is my best 22 IT model. At the beginning, I'm not interested to look for the huge buy side liquidity. This short term buy side liquidity is going to be my target. So let's see if it can provide me the opportunity right now. If it keep falling, I'll just let him fall. I'm not interested to go for any kind of trade around here. Sorry, sell trade around here where I'm going against the new day opening gap, which is from today, as well as this whole box is the new week opening gap. So I'm not interested to take any kind of sell while this market is above this area, above that area. At the same time, whoever is interested to go for sell, you are welcome. Just remember one thing, today's morning session should be a difficult session to trade as we have the FOMC around the PM session. So best area was from 7 to 8:30. And please guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. So it has built a sell side liquidity as well here. So before going higher, if it can clear that lows, that is also cool. That will be really cool. Let's see if it can do that. Actually, if it do that, that's gonna be a high probable buying opportunity if it can clear the sell side liquidity, which has been cleared from 15-minute chart and also from the 1-minute chart. So from 1-minute chart, it has cleared that low as a shallow run. You can see this is just a shallow run, but if it could clear that, that could be the best case of scenario. Either way, I don't need that. All I need to see if it can give me the market structure shift over here. That is enough for me to think about a buy. At the same time, it came until the lower quadrant of the opening gap. Here, this is the lower quadrant of the opening gap. You can see me here, the lower quadrant of the opening gap. Good. I'm just not interested to see an indecisive candle from 15-minute chart. That is a clear sign of the consolidation. I really don't want to see that right now. Still, there is no market structure shift. I need to see it will go one tick above that. Now it's cool. The market structure shift is cool now. This is my first buying opportunity from here. This is the best type of setup if there is a gap. If there is no gap, there is no trade. Just remember that. Even if there is one tick gap, that's enough for me. Go for the buy. If there is no gap, there is no trade. Okay, unfortunately, there is no gap. So there is no gap, there is no trade for me. You guys can chase the market, you guys can do whatever you want to do, but for me, there is no trade yet, as there is no gap. If there was a one tick gap, I would love to take the entry from that gap. As I don't have the gap, I will miss the run. I have no regret for that. I needed the gap. When it will come back, we'll try to take the buy from this breaker block. Risky, but we'll go for that. Not the best, but we'll go for that. If this candle close above this breaker block, stop loss is going to have to cover any kind of bearish gap. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I'll just cover this low. We'll go for that buy side liquidity over here. If it give me the entry, it's cool. If it doesn't, it's also cool. I wish it will take me. However, I'll put my stop loss a bit below of this 50% of this inverse gap here. So kind of 27 handle. Not interested to take the buy from here, because if I would love to take the buy from here, I have to cover the stop loss over here. It's gonna be so big stop loss. So if it built the fair value gap over here, of course it can trade the fair value gap depending on that 22 YT model. I will not be able to catch that run just because it's gonna be the huge stop loss. I'm not interested to go for that huge stop loss. Whoever is interested to take the sell, please go for that. I wish it's not going to reverse from this gap. At least it will tap to the order block, sorry, breaker block at least. See, according to the premium and discount, it's not in the deep discounted area because it didn't clear that sell side liquidity. Remember, it's not in the deep discounted area, so it's in the premium area, still in the discounted but not in the deep discounted. So if this market really would love to go higher and take that buy side liquidity, it should not come to the quadrant level. So from here to here, this is the equilibrium that can the maximum fall until here. It should not come to this deep discounted area, because if it come here, the sell side liquidity is going to be on the queue. As my thinking is it will go higher, I would love to expect this market can maximum fall until this equilibrium over here, depending on the premium and discount. Maximum fall. It doesn't need to come here. It can simply work with this premium gap and keep going higher. I'm not trying to catch the run from here just because the stop loss is going to be huge. So I don't want to take any kind of risk over here. Instead of that, we'll try to take the entry from the breaker block. If it give me that, I'll go for that. If it doesn't give me that, I'm not going to take that on. At the same time, as I told, if there was a gap, that could be the 22 best YT model. It is also 22 YT model, but according to the logic of the stop loss, I'm not able to put the stop loss. We'll see if it can take me. Okay, now I'm in. It didn't take me, but it should be in the trade already. Now I mean, if any of you are in this trade, I don't know if any of you are in this trade. 27 handle. Okay, so here 27 handle should be your partial. 27 handle has to be your partial. Then you can put your stop loss to the break even. It's up to you, but 27 handle has to be your partial. That should be your partial, and it's not small, brother. It's huge. Trust me. This 27 handle is more than huge. Okay, and you can hold your trade until this buy side liquidity if you want over here by trailing your stop loss as you want. But I'm not interested to trail the stop loss right now. I will trail my stop loss when I will see the order block. When the body will close up this candle, this is gonna be my order block, and I will trail my stop loss. After that, it should be your partial. After taking the partial, you can simply put your stop loss to the break even. You will be profitable. I promise you, brother. So far it has provided you 51 handle. Now some of you can think that it's not enough for you. I don't know how much is enough for you. 66 handle, 70 handle, 71. Stop loss, remember, 27 handle. Just because of the volatility, I just didn't want to take the risk. That's why I put the stop loss for 27 handle. I could get stopped out because it could go until the 50% of that range. Remember the 50% of that equilibrium, sorry, premium and discount here to here. This is that 50%. It could go until the 50%, but instead of that, it has worked with the upper quadrant of that inverse gap. You can see here, this is that upper quadrant where market tapped perfectly and rejected from there. I don't know how much is your limit, but it's enough. I think it's enough. 670 handle, 72 handle, 4 handle, 8 handle, 79 handle, more than enough. Either way, this 22 YT model is the best. It is the best. But breaker block was a bit confusing to me, but still it is what it is. Now I really would love to see some boom on the chat. I deserve the boom. Remember, this is not my target. My target is this buy side liquidity. That is my target, and not only this buy side liquidity. That gap is my target here. This gap is my target. So I'm expecting this market will come here to this gap around here. I just closed my trade here. I don't need to hold my trade until this area, which is kind of 239 handle. If you have the runner, you can let the runner run until here. Not this buy side liquidity, not here in the 50%, until this gap. I think so. Yeah, until that gap. If you have some runner left, you guys can go for that. But for me, it's more than enough. It was a 110 handle run, however. This is so precise, right? Body respected the 50% of the opening gap. Quadrant, upper quadrant level, some portion is open, which is the breakaway gap. It is working as a breakaway gap. Perfectly gave you the market structure shift over here. The market structure. I mean, I think you guys can see it, right? Bring to front. Market structure shift, fair value gap. I was not able to take the entry from this fair value gap because I had to cover the 50% of the equilibrium of that range. I know that it can't come to this deep discounted area. It can't come over here because if it come here, it's not bullish anymore. It's bearish again for the sell side liquidity. Whatever sell side liquidity you have, it will go for that sell side liquidity. It's not bullish anymore. So it should work with the upper level or upper area of the equilibrium according to your so-called premium and discount, and then it will go higher. Tap came back again to the upper quadrant of this inversed gap. So this is now working as an inversed gap and then going higher. If you guys remember yesterday before I go to sleep, I showed you one setup here. That was that same kind of inverse gap. So before just going to sleep, I showed you that it is going to work as inverse until this sell side liquidity. So from here, this is the first time it has provided you the entry opportunity. Take the sell from this inverse gap. If I were here, of course, I wouldn't wait for this run to start here. Of course, I would try to take the entry from there. But unfortunately, I was sleeping, so it happened from here. Stop loss has to be above that candle, a bit bigger stop loss, and target should be that sell side liquidity over here. Just 94 handle, something like that. Was not bad. And I believe that there is some kind of SMT. I'm just not sure, but it should be some kind of SMT over here. No, it didn't actually. I thought it has given the SMT over here. It didn't. You guys can check the Dow or YM. Maybe it has provided you the SMT. Now, if this market make a bullish parallel gap over here from 15-minute chart and then come back again to this 15-minute bullish parallel gap, I will start to look for buy again until this is not cleared. So if the market fall, trade the bullish parallel gap that it is going to build here, and then from there give me another 22 white model. I will try to take the buy from here again to take the buy side liquidity around here. Instead of that, if it keep going higher, I'll let him go, and when it will reach to this gap, I will start to look for selling opportunity from this gap. So depending on the price, whatever it will provide me, I'll take that. Oh wow, I got some boom on the chat. That's cool. So many boom. Who do I write down the boom? Mahadi, thank you so much, brother, for the boom. John, thank you, man. Jamie, good morning. Oh, you told the good morning to Mahadi. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you told me, Jamie. Hey, Jinchi, thanks for the penguin and the boom, brother. Otaku, thank you for the boom, brother. Drake, thank you so much, brother, for the boom. Chlorine, Sophia, Paul, Jamie, Rajkumari, Ora, Prince, Heart Trader, Harish, Blum, Blum2550. I love that name, Blum, actually. Because I know a singer. His name is Balam, near to Blum. He's my one of my favorite singer, actually. Hey Amma, thank you so much, brother. So I was surprised how it dropped that much on MNQ. Check MNQ chart, lol. I don't know what happened in the MNQ chart. Let me check. I can just go from the MNQ. Okay, so you didn't get the entry? Oh, oh, that was disaster. Yeah, that was disaster, brother. I mean, if it happened, then maybe, yeah, that is disaster. You have to re-enter. Okay, you have to re-enter. I don't know how you are going to do that, but you have to re-enter over here if you get stopped out by that week. That's why I told that this market is not good. Okay, sometimes it do the shit, but you don't need to worry about that. If you get stopped out here, you have to take re-entry. There is no other opportunity. You have to believe that it's going higher. You have to believe it. This is really unfortunate, brother. Hey, buddy. Badi, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Thank you for the boom, brother. Justin Anthony, thank you, brother, for the boom. Jesse Posada, how are you, brother? Thanks for the boom. Mile, Ben, how are you, man? Anthony, thank you much, so much, brother. NSB, boom for NQ, stopped for MNQ. That's bad luck, brother. I'm so sorry for that, but MNQ charts sometimes do shit. I'm so sorry for that. I got a Blue Guardian account using your code. Thank you so much, Bizarro. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, Blue Guardian Futures has 60% discount. That means 50K account is gonna cost $40. No activation fees. Just use the code T2 Wizard. You will get that offer. Thank you, Rajkumari. Null, thank you, man. Faddy, thank you. 30 booms in this morning. 30 handle booms, I think you mean to say. Thank you, Jen. However, who took that buy and didn't got stopped out? I mean, I saw the MNQ. MNQ did something wrong, so maybe you will get stopped out to the here first, and then you have to take re-entry. However, is there anyone who got that and got the boom as well? Is there anyone? I re-entered though, came out too early. I saw that, man. That shit sometimes happens in MNQ chart. I'm so sorry for that, but it is what it is. What can I do? uh, but the thing I'm showing you, it is going to work on NQ chart. Okay, I'm not focusing on MNQ. As most of the people actually joined here, I'd love to show you one more time because the Apex has 80% discount and you have 1 day to pass. Ends 24th of November. Lifetime price action fees is gonna be $40 for every account. It's gonna be $40. So 50k account is gonna cost $33. If you pass it, you have to pay $40 only activation fees. Most of the regular amount is $130. So it's huge or cheap, very cheap. 150, 250, 300k, just $79 plus after passing it $40. So it's gonna like $120 and you are going to get a huge drawdown. Okay, drawdown. I mean, like you will have a room, bigger room. Like for 50k account, your drawdown is $2,000, but 150, sorry, yeah, 150k your drawdown is gonna be like 3,500. Like huge drawdown, okay, drawdown room. So you guys can try it. Those people who are struggling because of the smaller drawdown area, smaller drawdown rooms, you guys can use the 150, 250, 300k because it's cheaper right now. And the code is T2T. Okay, so I think it's a good deal right now. Is there anyone who took that trade and still survived and let some run to go? If you are in a banned country, then I think it's gonna be difficult, brother. If it okay, so Abdul Samad Jadan, you got that. Week of the candle. I was putting wide stop. That's okay, brother, no problem. But if you have some runner, let it run until this gap. Okay, so it's gonna be a huge profit for you. Even if you get stopped out at the beginning and you took re-entry, your loss doesn't care at all. Like look at this 170 handle. It's not going to stop over here. It's coming here. So 239 handle. So maybe you took a loss of 39, 50 handle, 60 handle. Maybe you took a loss for 60 handle. Still the profit is gonna be like 4 times bigger than your loss. Why did you close it over there? Because 86 handle is, to be honest, it's huge, man. You don't need that huge runner. I'm running a partial. Let it run, Jamil. And those people who are profitable, don't try to take another entry in that account because you are already profitable over here, right? Even if you got stopped out because of the MNQ, I saw the week actually did the damage. Even if you took a loss first and then you took the buy, should be profitable. We just closed the 1 hour CB. Okay, no problem. But I told you exactly where you can hold your trade until where. This is my job to tell you or to show you the level where this market is going. So then if you decide to close it before or earlier, perfect. I don't have any problem, right? Yeah. So I don't see anything over here because the gap has been broken yesterday and I told you this is the sign. I'm coming back, brother. This is all the sign. I'm coming back. When the hourly gap has been broken over here, that is the sign. I'll be back. Just let me trade below here something and then I'll be back to clear your idea where we need to take something over here. Okay? Now I'm not interested to chase this market, not interested to re-enter over here. As I told you, if it could do that, I would try to frame another buy. But as it didn't do that, when it will come to this 15-minute gap, I'll try to take the sell from there, from this 15-minute gap. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. 144 people are watching, 45 likes. Come on, guys. I could miss this trade. It could simply trade that gap and it could keep going higher. I wouldn't regret because I knew that what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, it is very clear to me. So I wouldn't regret because I didn't take that trade from there because of the stop loss. So I tried to take the stop loss from here, sorry, entry from here, so that I can cover at least the most logical level. That means the equilibrium level, at least the equilibrium level, as well as the 50% of that inverse gap. So I was just looking for that. Fortunately, I got it. I'm happy with that. Uh, yeah, the M and Q actually did the damage. The M and Q sometimes they did the damage. I did got to read right back in. Congratulations, Blum. Push like button, good people. Wish you all the best. Thank you, you too, motivation. Did you take the trade, you too, motivation, brother? Bro, M&Q shit, it took me out. I told you that, brother. If you get stopped out there, you have to re-enter over there because M&Q sometimes did the damage. If it would be the same, I wouldn't go for the trade again because in that case of scenario, I would see that it came to the deep discounted area, and if it come to this deep discounted area, I'm not interested to take a re-entry. But it has respected this area, the equilibrium area. I don't need to worry about the falling. So if MNQ stopped you out, you have to enter immediately. After that candle close, you have to enter immediately over here. This is the way you have to work with MNQ and NQ. Good morning, Tevin. How are you, brother? Arthur, boom. Thank you so much, brother. No, I took some the morning. Here I come now. Hope for little part from this chart. Okay, brother. No worries, man. Yeah, the best area to trade today was here. That was the best area to trade. It was too easy to trade around that area, but yeah, it is what it is. However, guys, my question about the premium and discount. How is that? Premium and discount. So if I say people don't know what is premium and discount, am I wrong? I don't think so. There you go. This is the real boom. Any kind of fall from here now, I'm interested to take that sell. Yeah, any kind of fall from here, I'll try to take the sell. If it went through this and go for that relatively equal highs here, then I'll rethink about taking next entry. But any kind of sell from here, I'll go for that trade. It's time to wait to see how it is going to work now. Until here, I was bullish. Now it's time to wait to see if it can provide a selling opportunity over here. Those people who are already profitable, don't touch this market again. Buy the same account, either change the account or do the paper trade, but don't take the same account trade. Don't do that. Oh, London, I didn't see any trade around the London. However, Tito, how are you so confident that it didn't want Asia low? I wanted higher price too. uh, Ben, I actually explained the session liquidity to our members, and that's why I told that session liquidity is not important to me. It's important in a very certain space, in a very certain area, but not always. So that's why I don't wanna continue this conversation here. It's kind of contradictory with ICT. So in publicly, I don't wanna talk about that. I mean, how to say that? I don't know, brother. But I don't look for the session liquidity, that's for sure. YouTube motivation, just start from the study folder. Just start from the study folder. Study folder is more than enough. However, the highest up close body close candle is my bearish order block. So my next selling opportunity is going to happen from this order block. If it gave me like very immediately, if I get the bearish candle that is going to close below this, I will try to take the sell from there. but not after seeing a lot of consolidation. No, not something like that. I need a very immediate reaction. I- Otherwise, if it starts to go higher or keep going higher, I'll not touch it until it is not reaching to the next level to convince me I'm going to fall now. It's curious that price didn't take liquidity before this running. Any reason in your vision that liquidity is not important, brother? This is not an important liquidity. The first reason is it is not from the 15-minute chart. The second reason is this low has been cleared over here by a shallow run. So actually the liquidity has been cleared here, built the strongest liquidity. As remember, as my bias is bearish, I'm not bullish. Market left that liquidity for later purpose, maybe for the FOMC, maybe for the Nvidia earning, or maybe for the next week. It left the liquidity over here. Today's morning session is a liquidity making session for FOMC or Nvidia. Boom, 950 on all account, cross 5 accounts with 7 micros, took 5 on partial and 2 runners. Great trade, thank you. You're most welcome. Why you are thanking me, however? It's okay, guys. Hold on, okay? Hold on. If it keep going higher, as I told, I don't care about this market. I am not going to touch it. I'm not going to chase the market. All I need the retracement. I would love to catch that retracement. So whenever it will provide me that, for me this is the area where I'm expecting the reversal. Sorry, the at least the retracement. And depending on the retracement, I will decide should I keep fall or should I keep going higher. So I will wait for that. If it went through this gap and then there is some buy side liquidity from here, see this buy side liquidity, relatively equal highs. If it really would love to go over there, then I will rethink about taking any trade. So this is my way. The 15-minute candle will close above this 15-minute gap. I will stop thinking about any buy or sell. I'm not interested to chase the market. I would love to take the entry either at the beginning or just after sometimes it has started to run. So this is the way. It came to this hourly gap. This is the hourly gap. I'm going to remove all of these things because I need a clean chart. And this is broken actually, so it came to this hourly gap. I will use this hourly gap now. But the order block is not valid anymore. So any kind of trade here, the order block entry is not valid because it has been already used here. See? So when it has been used, I am not interested to use this as an order block anymore. It will work, I don't care. But I will not take any trade from the order block. If any of you interested, you guys can try. But I'm not interested to use any order block over here as that gap has been used already. However, let me see if I can find the first fair value gap entry. What is first fair value gap, brother? Yeah, there is something called first fair value gap. You'll see the first fair value gap today, okay? If it provide, I'll show you the first fair value gap today. Thank you, Jamil, for the penguin, brother. Buddha. Please, brother Tito, I want to be like you in knowing what will happen next by using PDRA and the premium and discount logic. If you can, please explain it just one more time. Thank you. Now, the guy requested me. He's with me for so long. I can't deny him. How can I go for the premium and discount for the beginning again? I'm just thinking about that. Brother, give me the time, okay? I'll explain it around the lunch hour. So 12:30, around 12:30. Sorry, 11:30. I'll explain it, okay? Just give me the time until 11:30, then I'll explain. Right now, I'm really interested to go for one more trade. That's why I would love to focus over here right now. So I'll explain it again around the 11:30. Just remind me if I forget. Around 11:30, just remind me. Also, Trump is going to speak around 12:50, so nobody is going to trade around after 11:30. So that could be the best area for explaining. Just remind me. Don't forget to remind me. I could forget. I can forget. Let me see what is the result of the poll I have started. Just let me see the result. At the same time, I would love to see how many of you give me the likes. Okay, 153 people are watching, 65, 66 likes. From tomorrow, I'm going to start a mentorship, okay? You have to pay me $100 at least to join my mentorship, and then I'm not going to ask the likes anymore. In that mentorship, you will pay me $100 and you don't need to push the like button. I'm not interested to do all of these things for free. Either you have to pay me the likes or you have to pay me the money. Which one you would love to pay me? Decide. It's up to you, brother. Did you lose more than you earned from trading? 66% wrote yes, no is 19%, balanced is 15%. Still, this is huge because I was expecting maximum 5% will push in this area. Okay, maximum 5 to 6%. But I'm happy because at least 19% people write down no. It's cool. It's cool. It will grow. Okay, it will grow. Those people who are coming me for again and again, this is going to grow for sure. Any kind of 22 YT model here, bearish model, I'll take the sell. I'm not interested to use any order block over here as the gap has been broken. At the same time, I will try to show you the first fair value gap entry if it provide me. It would be worth it, bro. You have given a lot to the community. Yeah, that should be logical, right? Either pay me the money or pay me the likes. Whatever you like, just do that for me. Either pay the likes or the money. Something you have to pay me. I can't do it for free. I think you deserve the money and the likes. Just likes is enough. Yes, brother, I'll pay you $1,000. Wow, that's I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Please like the stream. Please do that, guys. No worries, man. People doesn't want to push the like button because it takes like 1 second, and he was saying money. Why don't you use the 1 hour fair value gap to equally a 1 minute order block? Of course I use that, Sophia. When I told that I don't use it, of course I use it. Now why I'm not using it, I already told you that, but I'm going to say that one more time. Don't worry, I'm just going to show you that. You're the best, Tito. Thank you so much. Do you stream every day? Yes, sir. I do stream every day. Right, guys? I do stream every day. This is that hourly gap, right? This is the hourly gap you are seeing right now over here. This is that hourly gap. When this gap has been created over here, this is the first time market came to this gap. When it came to the first time to this gap, I'm interested to look for my order block if I'm bearish or if I'm thinking about the bearishness. So from this market coming here, it's a bearish change in state of bearish state of delivery. This candle changed the state of delivery to bullish, bullish, bullish. You're expecting this is gonna be bearish again, so you need a change in state of delivery. I'll go to 1 minute chart. In 1 minute chart, just a second, I have to keep that on my 1 minute chart as well. This is for Sophia. This is for Sophia only. I think we have framed the trade. No, we are not. So here, this is the first candle which has traded this hourly bullish fair value, sorry, bearish fair value gap, hourly bearish fair value gap. There is nobody that has closed below this gap before this consolidation. So after the consolidation, I don't like to use the order block over here. Then this is the, what to say, I mean, kind of the Asia session or the PM session, whatever it is. It actually traded that area around the Asia session or something like that. So even if there was an order block opportunity, I was not able to use that order block opportunity. But for the first time when it came here to this hourly bearish fair value gap, I'm more interested to look for the sell from the order block. This gap has been already used over there. So when it came next time over here, I'm not interested to look for the, what is, I mean, the order block anymore over here, because this gap has been used already. It has used as a change in state of delivery for from the lower time frame. It has already been used. I love to mark those type of gap, they are not used already. So here if you see this gap from 15-minute chart, okay, this gap from 15-minute chart, whenever it will come to this 15-minute gap, forget about this new week and new day opening gap, just forget about that. When it will come here, I'll start to look for my order block from 1-minute chart to change the state of delivery again for the sell side liquidity. This gap is not valid to me as this gap has been used already. So when it will come back again, I'm not using this gap to look for my change in state of delivery from my lower time frame. I think, sister, the confusion is cleared. Tap the like button twice to show your love. Come on, man. Are you my enemy or something? Hey, Rida, thank you for the penguin, man. Donald, thanks, T2. You're most welcome. But why you are thanking me? Is it because the water block was already used in 1 hour fair blue gap? Yes, absolutely something like that, brother. Oh, okay. Only for Safia, I see, lol. She's my sister, by the way. Oh my god, I haven't heard you say that. There are so many tidbits on to learn. Thank you. Okay, tidbits. I'm watching here two things, guys. Remember the thing I will explain here right now. See this line and that line. This market, if take that line just by one tick, enough. Fail to take that line. It can maximum touch that line, no problem. But can't fail, I mean, sorry, can't take that line. If it happens, any kind of bullish fair value gap I will get over there. Any kind of bullish fair value gap, that's my selling opportunity. So I'm watching it here. You will get this setup actually on the first fair value gap from the study folder. I'll just try to see if it can do that over here. It's a very specific things. If you watch that video, you will get that point over here. This is not for you guys to take the entry. This is just for fun. Right now we are waiting for a setup. That's why I'm just trying to show this to you. It's not kind of a signal, go for the sell. No, nothing like that. I'll just mark that and I will show that whoever will love it, you will watch that video from the study folder. It's right written like no market structure shift is needed. That is the title so far I remember. The FFVZ, the thumbnail you will see FFVZ. So we'll see if it can do that. It has to take this one, but it has to, okay, it has, both of them has been taken, so that first parallel gap entry is not possible over here, unfortunately. All the buy sell liquidity has been clear. Let's see if it can start to fall right now or not. Abdul Samad Jadani, are you here? Please be the T2. I will come back later to assist that explanation. Thank you again. Oh, okay, you are going to leave? Okay, no problem. Can you say that again? What did you say? I talked about the first fair value gap entry. Okay, if you go to the study folder inside the playlist of our YouTube channel, in that playlist there is a video named "No Market Structure Shift is Needed," and on the thumbnail you will see it's written FFVZ, first fair value gap. You guys can watch that video. That's an entry model. It is very precise. You can watch it, you can practice it. It's really so beautiful. I need the higher time frame. Remember this 4-hour inversion fair value gap? What is that inversion fair value gap? This inversion fair value gap from the daily chart. This inversion fair value gap here, the same way it worked here, this 4-hour inverse gap should work exactly the same way. This 4-hour fair value gap should work exactly the same way. So I need the quadrant level of that 4-hour inverse gap. Here to here, this is the lower quadrant, this is the 50% maximum it should trade until the 50%, then it should fall. I'll keep the change the line because it's gonna be huge line over there. This is for you guys, so try to keep that in your mind. Maximum until the 50% from the 4-hour inverse gap. So I'll keep this gap to my minute chart. Now this gap is important to me, so I'm going to keep it to my 15-minute chart. Perfect. From the hourly chart, I'm going to remove this gap right now. Instead of this gap, I'll keep that 4-hour inverse gap. Okay, just so I'm going to remove this gap, and I'm going to keep that in my mind. This line is the upper quadrant of the 4-hour bearish gap, and this upper quadrant level is the that line over here, which is 25. You can see here 25 is the high of the new this hourly gap. In other words, this upper quadrant, you will be able to see what is that. From the 4-hour chart, this is that lower quadrant. In 1-hour chart, that is the high of the hourly bearish fair value gap. That is the high. And maximum line is here 0.5 or the low of this new opening gap. This is the line for the the daily weak upper quadrant level, which is a good area for reversal. In 15-minute chart, you are seeing this 4-hour inverse gap. So this is the 4-hour inverse gap in 15-minute chart. And I'm going to remove this one as well. It's not important. This is that inverse gap from the 4-hour chart. Coming in 1-minute chart, we'll see any kind of selling opportunity over here. So it's time to wait for the sell. Not reversal, but we need some kind of reaction. Okay, no problem, brother. Come back later. Actually, I was thinking that to talk about the premium and discount, but I'll talk about that. You don't need to worry about that. Abdul Samad Jadani, come back again around 11:30. I'll talk about that. Just remind me if I forget. Can I just enter log long now and put wide stop loss? And can I short now? How much you are going to pay me, brother, for that? Steps. How much you are going to pay me for that? Now I'm building a setup over here depending on that premium and discount. Learn it very carefully. Low, high, equilibrium, deep discount. If this market would love to fall, first it has to come to this deep discounted area, which is aligned with this fair value gap. Learn very carefully, listen to me very carefully. It is all pre-market analysis, not hindsight. It has to come to this fair value gap. To the constant crossment or the low is the best case of scenario. If I'm looking for a selling opportunity, if it would love to keep going higher, it should work with the equilibrium over here. So let's say I will not take the buy, I will only wait for the selling opportunity. So I am not going to take the buy here because my bias is not bullish anymore. So I will wait for the selling opportunity. So for the selling, what I need first, it has to come to this deep discounted area. Why? It is in the deep premium. So from the deep premium, it should come to the deep discounted. Absolutely perfect. There is nothing wrong with that. It has to come here. It doesn't mean it is going to fall. First step is it has to come to this deep discounted area. This line is not the deep discounted line. This gap is the deep discounted line. Now this gap is aligned with this 50% as well as the deep discounted area. So I would love to see, it will, the more it will go near to this line, the better it is to call that it came to this deep discounted area. So please watch carefully. I'm going step by step. This is all, nothing is hindsight over here. Okay, I will let the buy go. So if I show you the buying opportunity, you will just let this go because I'm not taking any buys here. My intention to look for sell only. If I would love to look for a sell depending on the premium and discount, then how I'm going to use that and how I'm going to take my decision that now it is going to fall. If you are actually profitable, you can scale up big. So why you need money from people? Nice question, brother. Nice question. Why I need the money? Why you guys are sending me the money? Why you guys are joining to my membership? Why, brother? Tell me. Why you guys are buying my course? He asked a very logical question. Okay, why you are giving me money, brother? Come on, come on, come on. How much did you pay me so far? Why I need your money? It's a great question, brother. So please tell me why you are paying me the money, man. How much did you pay until now? Why did it came to the deep discounted area? Let's see if it can make a fair value gap over here. Just need to see if it can build a fair value gap over here. Okay, unfortunately it didn't build a fair value gap over here. So first job is done. I was looking for this high, this low, deep discounted area. It came here. So this premium and discount is not important to me anymore. I will look for the new leg. It has been created. The new leg. Okay. I still don't know what is the low. I could mark the low if there was a gap. Unfortunately, I don't have the gap, so I can't yet decide that this is the low. Market can fall more, but still, if this is the low, without the gap, maximum it can come here to this 50%. If it come to this line or near to that line, it is going higher again. If I were looking for a sell, I don't want to see this market will go above the equilibrium. Instead of that, if it come here, it's a buying opportunity again, rebuy over there. Again, I told you that I'm not interested to take the buy, so all the buy I will let them go. But I'm trying to show you how you will look for the premium and discount. First I look from this low to that high. I expected it will come very near to this discounted because I have the fair value gap. So it came here, the discounted area, job is done. Now this low to that high, it should not come near to this premium, deep premium area. If it come here to this deep premium area, it's a sign of the buy. Take the buy, take the buy, take the buy. But our bias is not bullish, so we are not going to take the buy. We are trying to frame the sell only. I am going to focus on sell. All the buy, even if it is a bullish market, market is going higher, I'm going to let them go. You should let them go. But if you would love to take the buy, it's up to you, brother. I don't have any problem with that. Focus over here. Okay, so I'm still not interested to see this is the lowest low, as I don't have a fair value gap over here, FVG over here. If I had the FVG, I could say that this FVG is going to hold the market, send it lower. So I will wait to see if it can build an FVG. Okay, so maybe this candle will fall and there will be an FVG. So we'll see. I'm going to remove this gap. It's not important here. And I will adjust the low. okay, the low of that premium and discount. I will adjust the low if it can build a gap. Right now I'm going to remove it, wait for the price action to show me something. In respect for your knowledge, thank you. Constant, constant. Okay, I'll say you constant. Money is like equal likes. Yeah, I ask for the likes. I beg for the likes. It's true. If you say that's kind of, I don't know. Then it's you bribe because you are a market maker. That's the bribe. Thank you, brother. Don't give me the bribe, okay? I would give you the money if that will make me profitable actually. Nobody can make you profitable, brother, if you don't want to be a profitable trader. If you don't want to walk, nobody can make you walk. If you decide you are going to sit down, nobody is able to make you walk. So you have to first start walking and then you'll be profitable. If you watched him for some time, you'll know he's never asked for a single penny. He's speaking in sarcasm. All he asked it for us to press the like button to help the stream. Yeah, thank you, FL Trader, for clearing that, brother. Yeah, some people actually join me and they listen that I'm asking for the money, so they get confused. No, brother, I never ask for the money. Even if it make the range, brother, I'll show you how you can use the premium and discount to take your entry without anything else. Just the premium and discount. Give me the time. So right now, you know that I'm watching this leg market is going to create with some kind of gap. There is still no gap. So I can't look for the leg yet. Because look at that leg from this high to that low. There is not even a bullish gap. There is not even a bearish gap. So I need a gap first, so that I can mark a leg. I could mark this leg from here to here because I had the gap. See this gap, this gap, this is the premium gap, this is the discounted gap. So if this market would love to continue to go higher, it will work with here, as well as it it will come here. That is also acceptable as this market is coming from the deep premium area. If it wanted to continue, like I'm not interested to do this type of consolidation or some kind of reversal retracement, it would simply push there, keep going higher. What you have seen here, always worked with the upper area, always worked with the upper area, push, put, I mean upper area, keep going higher, something like that. So let me wait to see how it is going to react. Just one thing, please remember, I'm not going to take any kind of buy. No buy is valid to me. So if I talk about the buying now, that means this market should go higher or something like that. Just don't push the button. It's a request. If the market do the consolidation, you have to let the market to do that. Why it is consolidating after that range? Look at the run. Boom. Yeah, it can continue to go higher. Of course, it can do that, but most of the time you will expect some kind of consolidation. Expansion, consolidation, expansion. Expansion, consolidation, retracement. Expansion, consolidation, reversal. But expansion, reversal, no. Expansion, retracement, no. Expansion, keep expansioning, no. Expansion, consolidation. This is the way it will work, okay? Because 4 hour gap is not related with 1 minute chart. 4 hour gap is related with 5 minute chart. And I don't trade on 5 minute chart. Tito is the only mentor who does not ask for money. He wants us to learn and grow. Yes, sister, that's true. Thank you so much. After expansion range forming. Yeah, brother. Yeah, something like that. The more it will fall, does it mean anything to me? It doesn't mean anything to me. It means nothing to me. It came to this deep premium, it can come to this deep discount. It doesn't mean anything to me. So it can simply fall until here, and then it can start to go higher again. And I will show you that buy. But remember, please don't push that buy. Please don't take that buy. It's a request. How you are going to frame, if you had the buy side liquidity, how you would think that, is that a continuation of the expansion, or is it going to be a retracement? How did I know that? I'll show that to you again. And this is all live, not hindsight. So for what did I see? Here to here, discounted area. The more it will come near this line, the better I will see the deep discounted area. It doesn't need to come here just because I have the gap here which is aligned with this line. The more it will fall, the better it will say I came to the deep discount. Is it wrong? No. Why? It is coming from the deep discounted area, sorry, premium area. All the highs has been cleared over here. It's in deep premium. This low was not deep discount because the high lows was there. Remember, the lows market failed to take. It was not deep discounted area. So if it wanted to keep falling, it will never go to the deep premium area. If it go to the deep premium area, that's a confirmation. I am now going to work with the premium zone and will keep going higher. The same way I framed that buy around the morning session. I mean, here I'm talking about there. That was the same logic. It came not to the deep discount. It is discount, but not deep discount. Why? Because the lows are here. These people bought before you. If you buy here, they buy there. They bought deep discounted area, and you bought discounted area, not below them. So it's not deep discounted. If it is not deep discounted, it can't go to the deep premium to that specific leg. It can't go over there. If it come here in the deep premium area, it means for the leg it is going to create, it will work with the premium and it will keep going higher. How long? Until this high. If it has already taken that high, until that high, or that high, or maybe the next high, whatever it is. Okay. Same here. It came to the deep premium, so it will come to the deep discount. Nothing is wrong, but it doesn't mean it is going to give me the sign now it is going to fall. How do I know that? Same logic here. If it could clear those lows and then it come here, it doesn't mean kind of like a sign to me that it will keep going higher. No, it could simply come to this deep premium area because it has cleared the discounted area. So what should it do? It should come here. It should retrace from the premium, then give me the order block. I'll take the entry from the order block, not from the gap. Where here I can't take the entry from the gap. I have to wait for an order block to take the entry. I'll show that to you. Just wait. Give me an opportunity. If I would love to look for the buy. For sell, I don't need to worry about anything else. Lot of penguins. Thank you so much. Sophia, Skull, thank you so much, guys. Line has been traded. Does it mean anything to me? Nothing. It doesn't mean nothing to me. For example, it didn't happen yet, so I wanted to show you the live price action, but just for example, there is a gap. Just for the sake of this conversion, there is a gap, there is a gap, two gap. What I would do, I would mark that high, that low, and I would say that now it will work with the discounted area and then it will keep falling. It will work with the discounted maximum until this line and then it will keep falling. If this market come to this premium area, it means it is going higher again. Any kind of bullish fair gap, I'll take the buy. But here in the opposite area here, if it make a gap here, for example, if there is a gap, I'm not going to take the sell from that gap. I will wait to trade this gap and an order block to take the sell from that gap. But if it come here, for example, it come here, and the new leg it is going to build here, for example, here to there, some kind of leg over there. There is a gap, the premium gap. I would love to take the buy from this premium gap. Will go keep going higher for the buy side liquidity if I had some buy side liquidity. This is the gap over here. That is the gap when the body has closed here. These candles should not close above the concurrent crossment if you had the sell side liquidity. Nobody should close above the concurrent crossment. So if I want to take the sell, for example, here from here, I don't want to wait for any kind of fair value gap or anything over here. What I would do after seeing this candle, I would love to take the sell exactly from there. Here, why? I had the sell side liquidity here. Okay, think like there is clean lows over there. Where should be my stop loss? Just above that candle. That candle has validated this, what to say, I mean this gap. I would love to put my stop loss over here. Will hold my trade until the sell side liquidity I have seen here, that sell side liquidity is going to be traded. I would love to go for that sell. So you see the time I told that it should not go over here or something like that, it should not close above that constant crossment or something like that. It is that area where I look for this type of gaps over here. Not a great opportunity, but this type of gaps, something like that. It is valid if you have the sell side liquidity. This is all the explanation on different kind of scenario. But what market will provide me, when market will provide me something, I will show you the exact entry opportunity. I will let go the buying opportunity. If it provide me the buy, I will let the buying opportunity go, because I'm not going to I'm not interested to take the buy. But if there is a selling opportunity, I'll take the sell. It will be easier for you to understand the price from here. Now I'm going to remove this opening gap. Is there anyone who has any kind of confusion if I mark it as a sell side liquidity? If I mark it as a sell side liquidity over here now, okay? This low and that low. Are you agree with me? This is the sell side liquidity or support. You should be agree with me. Now I'm thinking that from 15-minute chart. So I'm going to execute my trade from 15-minute chart. I would love to look for that low to that high, and I will expect this market will come here or this deep discounted fair value gap. If it come here, and the retracement will work with the discounted fair value gap, not the premium fair value gap, discounted fair value gap to that new retracement leg. Trade there will keep falling for this sell side liquidity. If this market really would love to keep going higher, it can maximum fall until this line, equilibrium, and then it will start to go higher again. Remember this, mark this thing on your chart. If it make another high, just adjust the high. Okay, just adjust the high if it make another high. Okay, now it's time to, still there is a gap. Yeah, there is a gap. Perfect. Until this low is not going to be taken. Remember, until it is not going to be taken. Just let me see if it can build a gap over here. I wish it will build a gap, but it didn't actually. Sorry, man. It didn't build any gaps, so I have to wait. Now you can ask me why this low is important. That red line I have marked over here, why that low is important? Because I have first used this range from here to here. So I have used that range. If this low is taken over here, then this range doesn't have any value anymore. That range doesn't have any value. So it can't take that low. Instead of taking that low, think like there is a kind of gap. I want to see it will work from this high to that low, maximum until the equilibrium, then it will fall and take that low. Unfortunately, it is not making any gaps, so I'm not able to take any kind of sell. So it came here. It doesn't mean it means that it is going to fall. No, it doesn't mean anything to me over here. Nothing. From here, it can come maximum to this deep discounted area until this low is not taken. It can come here and start to go higher again. Nothing wrong over here. No, for the new trader, trading view is the best, in my opinion. For the new trader, trading view is the best. This law has been cleared. It's not important to me anymore. Okay, so all the premium and discount I was watching for, nothing is important to me anymore. I have to wait for the new range now. Those people who joined me recently or maybe today, okay, those of you who joined me today or maybe like this week, whatever confusion you have, whatever question you have, hold them. You will get all of your reply. Like now the guy is asking me, do I use the ES or not? These things is gonna be clear to you again and again and again and again, but it will take time. I use the ES, but right now I have some problem of the monitor. I'm just using this monitor because I've shifted to Portugal from Bangladesh, so I'm just using this only monitor, which is nearly impossible for me to observe this ES as well as this NQ altogether. I love SMT, I love ES, but right now it's not possible for me to observe these two chart all together. So this is not a trading opportunity here. It's not a trading opportunity. Try to understand that fact. It is falling, I don't care, but it's not a trading opportunity over here. But brother, you are looking for a sell. It doesn't mean that I'm going to push the button. That was my expectation. It doesn't mean I'm going to take the sell over here. Yes, got a fair value gap. Yes, brother, but I'm observing or I'm looking for this NQ chart because my intention to take entry from this NQ chart. Okay, let me go to the ES as you told that ES has built a fair value gap. Let me actually talk about here. Where is the gap? Until this low is not taken, there was no gap. See, this candle has cleared that low. So if this low is taken, all the premium and discount is gonna be collapse. I can't use this gap anymore to look for the what is I mean the premium and discount. I can't do that. See, to the things you are teaching today, it's starting to click for me. Thank you for repeating discount premium because before the last week or so, I didn't know anything about it. Thank you. It's gonna trigger again and again, sister. No worries. Same. I finally understand the new leg and the rest. Yeah, it will take time because, brother, the way you think, I can't think like the same way. So I think a lot of things I don't feel like I have to explain them. But when I'll keep talking, sometimes unintentionally, I will explain them as well. Okay, so it needs me to understand that what you are not getting, what is your lacking, lack, what to say, I mean, lacking, or something like that. Uh, I hope that you will understand. Okay, something like you know how to drive. I don't know how to drive. So something you will see it's not valuable, but that is actually valuable for me because I don't know how to drive. As you know how to drive, you will think like this is not an important information, but that information will trigger my idea. Oh, okay, this is how I have to drive. It will take times for me as well to point out those things which I feel like it's not valuable unintentionally, to be honest. Right now we are not looking for anything. This is just a sheet price action. Just look at this. This is just a sheet price action. Right now we are not looking for anything over here. From 15-minute chart, yes, I'm seeing if this is happening, right? All this market is falling like this way without gaps. It is falling, 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 and come here around this area without any kind of opportunity. It fall here. That's the confirmation. It is going to take that sell side liquidity, and then I will start to look for new things. But right now, there is nothing. Just it is messy price action. It is falling, okay, without any kind of opportunity. It's just falling. I'm not interested to touch it right now. I'm not interested to see anything over here. I have seen that it came here to that inverse gap. Remember the inverse gap? Upper quadrant level of that hourly bearish fair value gap. Hourly bearish fair value gap, upper quadrant level. Daily weak upper quadrant level has been traded. Market started to fall. What could be the last line until here? That could be the last line this market to go higher. It started to fall from there, but the way it is falling, I'm not able to touch this fall. I was looking for sell, but still I didn't find the opportunity to take the sell. There is no 22 IT model, there is no inversion fair value gap, there is no kind of what to say, I mean the breaker block or something. Nothing is over here. It's it's a clear sign, don't touch me. But brother, it is falling. Our expectation was falling. Doesn't matter. That is expectation. You need the price action. So here the price was good, right? The price was good here. But here the price is not good. So I can't take the sell over here. Please try to understand the fact over here, okay? Yeah, absolutely, Sophia. Absolutely, sister. Yesterday it was a terrible day for me. I had a personal problem and my emotions took control. I almost blow all my account. Today is a new day. Did you take any trade, Jamie, today? The small fair value gap. Why is this small fair value gap, brother? Any kind of fair value gap here doesn't mean anything to me. The fair value gap has to be here somewhere to frame the trade at the beginning of the run. So it's not self-dependent. This premium and the discount is not self-dependent. It depends on liquidity. It depends on fair value gap or FVG. It depends on lot other things. So it's not self-dependent. So I can't simply push the button over here by expecting this is going to fall. I think, guys, you are getting my point. It is falling. I'll let him fall. It is called falling knife. I'm not interested to touch this falling knife. It has to show me the price action. That will help me to take the entry. Okay, no problem. Jamie, we'll see if it can provide us any entry because this morning should be difficult. Fortunately, we got that, but it should be difficult this morning because of the FOMC around the PM session and Nvidia earnings today. And I'd love to show you one more time this Apex. We have Apex 80% discount, one day to pass, ends 24th of November. 50K account is gonna cost $33, and the 150, 250, 300K is gonna be $79. The code is T2T, not T2 Wizard. T2 Wizard is the code for other platform like Take Profit Trader, Blue Guardian Futures, Funding Ticks, Tradify. But for Apex, the code is T2T. 24902 new 15-minute fair value gap. If it goes back up to that, would you look for 22 YT model 24902? I think you are talking about here, around this gap, a small gap over there, right? If this market is interested to fall, it should not come to this gap. I'll show you, sister. Right now it is falling and it's just a falling knife, not going to touch it. So I'm watching two things over here. First, does it come here to this gap, or is it going to work with this gap to keep going higher again one more time? This is the only thing I'm watching right now from 15-minute chart, as the 1-minute chart is messy. If the 1-minute chart was good, I would try to frame the sell from that area, exactly from that area. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. So when it didn't do that and it fall, go below this low, it's a discounted area. I can't take any kind of sell from this discounted area, which is below this low. All of this price action was dependent on this specific leg over here, this low to that high. That was the leg. Inside here, I have the premium, I have the discount. If I wanted to take the sell, I would love to take the sell from the premium. If I would love to take the buy, I would love to take the buy from the premium, not the discounted area. To get the confirmation it is a bullish market. As it didn't do that, right now I'm watching, can it come here to this gap from 15-minute chart and start to react from there, or does it would love to come here to confirm that I'm going for that sell side liquidity here. So I need to make sure first which one is on the queue right now. Ah, if you are enjoying the stream, kindly smash the like button and do subscribe on channel to show your appreciation. Everything is in this channel, and related platforms Discord and X are completely free. Yeah, Mahdi, can you please share the Discord link, brother? Please. It's free, guys. No need to worry about paying me something. It's absolutely free. Amazing stuff. I'm following you only for few days. Do you have a video that recommended me to watch from you? Go to the playlist, and from the playlist go to the study folder. Watch the study folder. Okay, just watch the study folder. I think FL Trader actually gave you the link. So watch it from there, brother. I'm not sure about the FOMC, brother. I'm just not sure about that. I'm talking about the 15-minute fair value gap formed at 10. This one from here. Which 22 YT model? Bull 22 YT model or bear 22 YT model? Which one you are talking about, Sophia? I've seen many trader live trading on YouTube without knowledge for listener, but you are giving diamonds. Wow, big compliment for me, brother. Thank you so much, man, for that compliment. I have nothing to do right now. I have to wait, guys. Now, if you would love to chase the market without any logic, you can go. I could go for the sell over here because I was looking for a sell exactly from there, right? That is the area I was looking for the sell, but still price was not there. I didn't go for the sell. If price is there and I took the sell and I got stopped out to the break, I mean stopped out, I'm happy for that. But don't want to push the button just depending on my expectation. That was the expectation. But I can't just push the button. It's a falling knife. I'll let the knife to fall. Even from 5-minute chart, you can see just a falling knife, nothing else. One candle call fall, one another fall, another fall, another fall, another fall, another fall. It's a falling knife. Don't touch the falling knife. Let me see the 2-minute chart is the same as well, like absolutely same, just the falling knife. I'm saying the small 50-minute fair value gap 10 515 is too high. Consider for a sell since it's above 25% of the premium gap, correct? It's true. So if you are asking about 15, 15, okay, this gap, there is a small gap. This candle low, that candle high. There is a small 15-minute gap. If I'm bearish, I will never expect this is coming back to this gap. Just a second, guys. I have to receive my mother's call actually. Just 1 minute, okay? Amma, ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ, ওষুধ খাইছো আম্মা? আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। কিলুমি আছে? হুম, 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 হুম। হুম, 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 হুম। ঠিক আছে। হুম, হুম, বেয়াদব একটা। ফাজিলের আড্ডি। হুম, 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 হুম। হুম। আর বেয়াদব একটা। ঠাকুর আছে মানুষ। থাক তাহলে আসলে একটু খাইতে দিও আম্মা। তার এখন মোবাইল টোবাইল চাপো না আম্মা। হ্যাঁ। রাখি আম্মা। আল্লাহ হাফেজ। লাইভ করতেছে আম্মা? না, তুমি কথা বলছো তাই আর কি। আচ্ছা। আচ্ছা। না না না, আমার আর ওইগুলো তুই পাইবো না, দেখবো না আমি পরে। আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে রাখি, তাহলে আমি পরে লাইভ শেষে আমি পরে তোমার কল দেবো। আচ্ছা, আল্লাহ হাফেজ। আল্লাহ হাফেজ। Sorry guys, I had to talk with my mother actually, so I was not able to speak, but I have written down everything over here. For the first time, the body has closed above the consonant crossment. It's a low probability now. Okay, that means it can start to fall again, and it will clear the some liquidity over here. That is possible, but for the first time, I'll get an opportunity to trail my stop loss. I'll do that. How do I know that? The highest up close body close candle, whatever you have found, whenever the body will close below this candle, or the candle you have seen over there, here, whenever it will close below this candle, I will move my stop loss. That means I'm not interested to hold this trade anymore if it would love to close above the consonant crossment of that last fair value gap. It's a low probability now. What happened, sometimes it's a sign that I'm not going to clear the liquidity or the low you are expecting it is going to take. I'm not going to clear that right now. I will go above first and then I'll be back to clear that liquidity. So that is why whenever I will see this type of scenario where the body has closed, it will close below this line, I'll move my stop loss to the either the break even, not a good idea, but at least above the candle that has closed above the last fair value gap and build as a, what to say, I mean, kind of what to say, I mean, the order block. Okay, so you will see that right now. This is one of the best setup. I have shown you this setup lot of time. Right now I'm not interested to move my stop loss because it can simply go one more time, also trade this line, it can do that. But as it left the sign over here, first time I'll get the opportunity, I'll move my stop loss above this candle. Keep watching. Partial is 1:1, so my stop loss is 27 handle 75, so I'll try to take the partial around 27 handle 75. But brother, you took the entry at the deep discount. No, I didn't do that. It's not the deep discounted area. It was the best setup until this is not closed above the consonant crossment. Now if I say this is the best setup, I'm wrong. It's not the best setup anymore over here. I mean, the setup was best, but now it is not best anymore. It's a low probability now. So for the first time, I'll get the opportunity, I'll move my stop loss. Then I will try to, for example, if I put my stop loss over here, like that way. If I put my stop loss over above this candle, just above that candle, it's gonna be like 10 handle risk. So my risk, which is from 26 handle, sorry, which is from 27 handle, is gonna come back again for the, how much, 10 handle, something like that. It will be something like that, okay, 10 handle, when it will close below this line. So I'll be able to use the order block, and there order block, okay. That should be the partial. You should take the partial over here. After taking the partial, stop loss to the break even, just put the break even because you don't need to worry about that. It's just fake breakout, and you can hold your trade until, you know, the 50-minute last fair value gap top. I just put it over here, which is kind of 51 handle. For 27 handle risk, 51 handle target. I was not able to catch the run here because the price was not there. This gap is not a good gap to use the same logic over here. I have used this and this, not the best because it's not kind of the last gap, but here this one is really so beautiful and the last gap, so I can simply use this gap to think about it is going to work perfectly. But this two candle has built this setup as a low probability. It could go higher, it could stop me out. That's a sign that I could go higher. That is why you have to be careful about your trailing stop loss. First time it closed below this water block, your stop loss has to be above that candle. And then you will get stopped out, then this market fall, I don't care. That's the logic. and I'm so sorry because I was just talking to my mother, so I was not able to explain everything in live. That's why I was just writing down everything over here. Okay, brother, can I take the sell here now? No, you can't do that. It tapped to the last fair value gap above this sell side liquidity here, deep discounted area. It is a sign I'm going to go back for that sell side liquidity. But where? After retracing. So this new leg, that new leg is now going to build the retracement leg to complete that fall, or it will keep going higher, still that is valid. So you can't simply take the sell over here. It's my opinion. Again, if any of you would love to take the sell, please go for that. I don't have any problem, but I'm not preferring to take any sell from this gap. It will keep falling. I don't care about that. Hi guys, thank you so much for writing, brother. I'm always scared to take trade after it was already so low. That's the problem of the premium and discount, Hamad. When you will understand the premium and discount, trust me, this all scare is going away from your head. You will never think about that like that way. You will never think like that way, brother. I promise. This is all depending on the premium and discounted area. It is coming to the deep discounted area when it has closed below this consonant crossment. So from 15-minute chart, how I got confident over here. From 15-minute chart, I'm going to mark that low, that high. Okay, this is that equilibrium. Just let me clean everything so you will get the thing over here. Look, this is that equilibrium area over here. Now it can start to go higher from that equilibrium. There is nothing wrong over there. Simply tap to this equilibrium, it will keep going higher over there. What is the reason to think that this market will go higher? I don't see any logic over here that it will go higher again, because it didn't left any liquidity first of all, and it has traded a beautiful area where you are expecting this market is going to reverse from there. Okay, so what should you expect? It is coming to the deep discounted area. So actually I removed the discount and premium leg. Let me mark that one more time. Here to here, equilibrium and the discounted deep discounted area. That first candle closed below this equilibrium is kind of a confirmation it is coming to this deep discounted area. If it come to this deep discounted area, I will look for the new leg. So from here to here, the new leg, and I will expect it will maximum go until the equilibrium, then it will fall again for the sell side liquidity. First it has decided to fall, and then it will work with the discounted area, and then it will fall. It doesn't need to go to the premium. You got me, brother? Listen, brother, you don't need to be the master of this premium discount everything. Every time showing it to you, your job is to practice this. When you'll practice this, trust me, day by day, it's gonna be absolutely clear to you. Okay, just give me some more days. Now, you after taking the partial, you can hold your trade until this sell side liquidity. I don't have any problem with that. You can hold your trade until this sell side liquidity. I just closed it to this last parabolic gap. It doesn't mean you are going to close it here. You can hold your trade until this sell side liquidity. I don't have any problem with that. But new entry from here, not acceptable, because this market left the sign over here. When this last parabolic gap has been reversed, it left the sign I can come back. So if it would love to come back, it will go higher, take that high, trade this gap which is just above this last fair value gap, and then it will fall. So I don't see any logic to re-enter over here by putting in a stop loss over there. I'm explaining everything, okay guys? I'm not randomly pushing the button. I'm telling you how you are seeing this is a high probability, how it is going to be a low probability, what should you do when you will see this is a low probability, everything. I'm explaining with logic, and I'm showing this to you again, and again. But don't expect me that everything I'm going to do here 100% I'm right. No man, no, nothing is 100%. I'm working with my expectation and the probability. Okay guys, now to be honest, it is 11:11. I really don't want to frame any other trade, to be honest guys. I mean, because Trump is going to speak, all of you know that. Like here 12:15, just after 1 hour Trump is going to speak, so I would be a little careful about that. Yeah, 12:15. He's going to speak. So I have to be a bit careful over here. And Abdus Samad, I think he is not here. If Abdul Samad come here and anybody see his name, I mean his comment, tell him to watch the market from here. So when I started to explain this premium and discount, I hope it will be helpful, because from the beginning to go for the premium and discount gonna be difficult for me, to be honest. This is what we can play by play commentary. Apex Funding has crazy deals in funded account. Yeah, I have already showed that too many times, I guess. Apex Trading, I mean, they have the, like here, 80% discount right now until 24th of November. Please use the code T2T. And 150, 250, 300K is gonna cost $79. 50K is gonna cost $33. And lifetime activation fees is gonna be $40, guys. So if you would love to use my code, I'll be grateful to you. Otherwise, it's okay. And yeah, this is what it is. I think it's a great opportunity, however. Is there anyone who took that sell with me? I'm just asking, okay, because of my mental satisfaction. It doesn't mean that I'm saying that whenever I go for the trade, please take the trade. Please don't do that. I feel so grateful. Thanks, Titi. You're most welcome. I took it in demo, no problem. Nice trade, nice one, bro. Thank you. Boom. I boomed that. Congratulations, Madi. Yes, I took the trade. Congratulations, Sophia. I take Muhammad. Thank you, brother, for your boom, brother. I'm on demo, no problem. I mean, just build your confidence, then go for the trade. I closed trade. Congratulations, still you have the boom. Thank you, Mohammed, for the boom, brother. I mean, I just closed it because it tapped to this last parabolic cup, but as I told, you can hold it until this sells at liquidity. As I closed this trade here, it doesn't mean that it can't come here. So I closed it here. If you want, you can let one runner to go after taking some partial. Then you can let one runner to go until the sell side liquidity by putting your stop loss to the break even. One runner, it could be like 2 micro contract, 5 micro contract. I believe that this time MNQ didn't do anything shit. Check. I think so. It didn't do anything shit. Still a bit shit, but it should be safe. I mean, it's still a bit shit, but it should be safe. Okay, we'll see if within 15 minutes it can provide any buying opportunity. Any kind of buy right now, I'll take that buy until this gap. Any kind of buying opportunity right now, I'll take that buy until this bearish gap from 15-minute chart. So I don't want to see this market will come to this deep premium fair value gap if it would love to fall for this sell side liquidity. It should not come to this deep premium. I'm not going to mark it. You guys can mark it if you want. Here, there is a deep premium fair value gap. If this market would love to fall for this sell side liquidity, it should never go for this gap. How far it should work? Until the equilibrium. Here, keep that line on your chart. This is that equilibrium which is aligned with the 50% of this 15-minute bearish gap. That should be the maximum line. Any kind of buying opportunity from here is my greatest buying opportunity until the 50% after clearing the partial. But why you are taking that buy, brother? You should not go for that buy because your bias is bearish. In that type of situation, you will let the buy go and you will wait for the sell here. Same here, I let the buy go. I will wait for the sell here. If there was a selling opportunity, I would take the sell from there. That is my best area to go for the sell. I have to know when the run is going to start. First, you have to know that. So you remember, guys, here what did I showed you? All of these lines. That's the best area to think that the run is going to start. Price was missed. I didn't take the trade. Last opportunity, I just took that last opportunity. In the meantime, all of this fall is the falling knife. Not interested to catch them. So let's see if it can provide us any opportunity right now. And to mark a line here to see the order block, to be honest. Yeah, I can use this one as my order block. Please don't take this buy, it's a request. This is the order block. So I can frame a buy here. And the stop loss is gonna be too big, I guess. 30, oh no, 31 handle is cool. Not going to take this trade, just showing you, okay? And mean threshold is over here. So this is the order block trade from here. You know that why I'm saying this is the order block and what is everything over here. Okay, so if I go for that, make it exactly where I should put it. Okay, so I'll try to put it over the 31 handle, 2 tick. Please don't go for this trade. We're just watching the market. Okay, so 31 handle, 2 tick. That should be the partial, and target is going to be this gap after taking the partial over here. We'll see if it works or not. Yes, brother. If it come here, that's a good opportunity to look for next short from here, from that gap. You will allow the market to maximum go until the equilibrium or the upper quadrant level of this gap. That should be the maximum level it should go. And guys, please don't take this buy, okay? Don't copy the trade. Those people who trade with the order block, you guys can try it, but to be honest, I'm just not going to take any responsibility right now. I'm just watching if it works or not. If you want to see this market will go higher, you will never expect that body will close above below the upper quadrant of this week. Remember, I showed you this from the daily chart, from the 4-hour chart. Remember, guys, this is that same week. Body should not close below this upper quadrant line. It can trade until the 50% of this quadrant level. There is nothing wrong. Body has to close above the upper quadrant level. When the first time it will close below the upper quadrant level, it's a low probability. Just cut the trade. Whenever you will get the opportunity to cut the trade, just cut the trade. Because it has traded the 15-minute last fair value gap. Sophia, what are you asking, sister? See this last fair value gap from 15-minute chart? This is the lowest down close body close candle that has traded the last fair value gap. I marked that line just to justify that is that high is aligned with this line or below that line. If the high is below that line, the entry is not valid. If the high is aligned with the line, the low, I mean high of this last fair value gap, it's a valid order block. Not must be the above, it should be aligned with the high of the gap. If it is below the high, no, it's not valid. That should be the partial level. Look at that leg, okay? In that leg, I have a gap here. Just keep watching. It's not a trade idea. I'm not going to give you another trading idea, okay? If there is a gap, I was going to say if there is a gap, but unfortunately there is no gap. However, look at that low and that high. This is the equilibrium, the 50%. If this market would love to go for that high over here, it will never come back again below this quadrant, I mean the 50% of this gap. For example, there was a gap over there, but there is no gap. Unfortunately, if there was a gap, there is 90% possibility it will work with this gap and keep going higher. If it come below this equilibrium, depending on the premium and discount, it means it is going to fall again. It is not going to go higher. It is going to take that low, especially this low and then that low. Both of these lows is going to be taken. Keep watching. Okay, this is the equilibrium, the last line. This market can maximum fall. Wick can go a bit lower, there is nothing wrong, but body is not going to close below or around this level. If it touch here, this line, it is going to take that low and finally that low. If you were in this order block trade, you took the partial here, you got stood out to the break even. When it came to this deep discounted area, here, this discounted area, this low is now obvious, that is going to be taken, and then that low is going to be taken. Keep watching. I'm going to remove these lines so that you can understand now. Now I'm showing you, I'm going to remove this as well. This low is now on the queue. It has to take this low. It has to take this low. More importantly, that low. Keep watching. So for example, you are not in that buy. Now you are interested to take the sell. See this gap or that area. Anytime it will tap here, that's my selling opportunity from there, from here. Stop loss above that high because this high is safe now. I will go for the partial here and then this low. That is gonna be my target. If it give me the entry from there. Keep watching. This is how you will look for the premium and discount. That means it is, but brother, it is respecting this mean threshold. I don't care. This low is now obvious. It has to clear this low because it came to the deep discounted area. When it came here, it has no possibility to go above that high. It is going to clear that low and more importantly this low. So is there any selling opportunity? It gave you the opportunity. I'm going to take the sell, but you are going to take the deep discounted sell. I don't care, brother. It is going to fall for that because it came to this discounted area. Is that make sense to you guys? I will keep showing you the again the opportunity. Now you will say this is a losing trade. For example, you go for that order block trade from here to here. You have taken a partial 1:1 and then got stopped out to the break even. You should be happy with that. Sometimes shit doesn't work, right? That's why partial will make you profitable. I thought some of the candle must be above the fair value gap. It should be aligned with the high of the fair value gap, sister. And it's not something I'm telling right now. I have already told that beforehand. Has to be at the aligned with the high of the fair value gap. It seems that the Apex website is still not working today. I can't log into the dashboard at all. Is the site working for you guys? Anybody knows that the Apex site is working or not? Yes, that's really good info. Thank you so much, brother. NQTrader, it's not opening for me. A pop-up come from the verification being accepted and now it's not loading at all. I think there is still some problem. And also remember, what did I say about the 15-minute chart? If it come to this deep discount area, this sell liquidity is on the queue. Every single time it will go higher, it's a selling opportunity. Okay, I got 112 likes. I'm really happy. This will improve. Slowly it will improve. I promise you guys. If you keep watching me, it will improve. Now or then, but it will improve for sure. I'd love to open another poll actually to see the result for today. It should be green day. Most of you should be green, but let's see, okay? Gray means break even. Look, I'm showing you again the real life example again. High to the low. Second. If it come to this deep premium gap here, it is going to take that high. Here to here, if it go over there. Okay, let me actually remove this as well. Here, okay. It doesn't mean that I'm going to give you an trade idea. I'm just showing you how you should look for this market. All everything is clear, right? If it come to this area, okay, the more it will come here, the better confident you should be that it is going for that high. Trade that last gap, mark this new leg now from here to here. It should work maximum until this equilibrium, maximum. It will start to go higher. For the first time, you will get an order block here. That is your buying opportunity for that high. Keep watching. It's in live market, not hindsight, not something I'm going to show you as an hindsight, nothing like that way. Keep watching. Just remember, this all thing depends on the higher time frame. That means if this low wouldn't trade this last gap, the buy was not valid. But as it is trading the last gap over here from 15-minute chart, I have a higher time frame point of interest over there. That means I can use this logic premium and discount to take my buy depending on the order block. Two line, okay? First, deep premium aligned with this gap. Whenever it will come very near to this line, it has already confirmed I came to the deep premium. Whenever it came to this deep premium, you will mark the high and the low, and you will look for the equilibrium. That should be the maximum line, including the fair value gap over here. The gap you are going to get. You are going to use this gap, go for that run. It's not a trade idea. I'm not giving you any trade idea. I'm just trying to show you to open your eyes. Order block, entry from this order block. Stop loss is 2 tick below the order block, something here. Target is this high after clearing the partial around 1:1. So it is 25 handle, just something like that, 1:1, and you will go for that buy. And please don't take this trade. It's an lunch hour. Inside the lunch hour, no trade is valid. So please don't go for this trade. And this is all live price action, not the hindsight. So brother, you are saying this all of these things after seeing market has worked? No, I'm doing it in live. But it's not a trade idea. I'm not saying any of you to go for this trade because this is the lunch hour. No trade is valid in between 11:30 to 12:50. No trade is valid. Hey Phoenix, Apex was down last night. Also, I think it was a cloud flare issue. They are aware of the issue and working on it. Okay, I think it will be back very soon. Lunch hour. Thank you, Sophia. I'm confused. I thought it was rather a sell opportunity. Yeah, of course, this is a selling opportunity. That means you will wait for a selling opportunity. I'm just showing that how it should work. So by using this one, I'm just showing you it should work with this equilibrium, and then it should start to go ahead to take that high. It doesn't mean that you will take the buy. This is how you will look for the premium and a discount. So when it came to this deep discounted area, it should not take that low. Instead of that, it should go higher and take that high without tapping to this deep discounted area. That deep discounted area should not be traded, and then it should keep going higher for that high. If it come here to this deep discounted area, it means it will keep falling and your trade is actually a losing trade, something like that. So it's not a trade idea to you. I mean, you will go for a trade over here. No trade is valid in between 11:30 to 12:50. I'm just showing this to you. Okay, people actually, those who will join, they'll think that it's a buying opportunity. It will work with this equilibrium. It will go higher. It will take that high. Just keep that in your mind. PDRA are not going to be respected here because this is the lunch hour. That's why I'm saying don't go for the trade here. It's not a trading opportunity right now. You are seeing the how the premium and discount works over here. Let me remove everything and going to remove this line as well. We'll just keep this line on my chart. Okay, so remember, equilibrium should not come to this deep discounted area, should go for that high. Just keep that in your mind. Again, please, it's not a trading idea. For example, I got stopped out here. I took the buy from that candle and got stopped out here, for example. Then I have seen another down close body close candle over there. Before this candle, remember, that was the down close body close candle. If the candle close above this candle before tapping here, I'll try to take rebuy from that candle. If it doesn't provide you that, for example here, it doesn't do that, right? It didn't close above this line. Instead of that, it come here and tap to this line or here. It means there is no buying opportunity anymore. This market is not going higher. It is going to fall as it didn't reach exactly to this deep premium. Instead of that, it has worked with this last fair value gap, going to fall again to take that low. So you will stop after that one loss or whatever it is. Again, what I'm saying, you will take the buy and sell. This premium and discount is not self dependent. It's all is depending with the price action. Where is your liquidity? Which is your bias? What is your bias? Like sister, you asked me, you thought you should look for the sell. So if I am looking for a sell, I will not go for the buy. I will let the buy go, and when it will take that high, come here, I'll start to look for sell. If it doesn't do that, instead of I mean for sorry going higher, it started to fall, and it's the time of the what to say, I mean the not the lunch hour. I will start to look for sell from this deep discounted area. Why? Because it failed to go higher, come back again to this specific range discounted area. It's my time to look for the sell thing I showed you here. Remember, from that inverse gap or whatever gap was there, you will look for the sell from there. You will start to look for the sell exactly from here around that area. Whatever selling opportunity you'll get, you'll take that sell, because market failed the PDR and is working toward your liquidity, which is your bias, real bias. So it doesn't mean that selfly you will use the premium and a discount to take the buy. What did I say over here? If it provide me the buying opportunity, I'm not going to take the buy. Why? Because my bias is not bullish. I'm interested to look for sell. If it started to go higher, I'll let it go, and then when it will come here, I'll take the sell. I took the sell, but I didn't care about that buy, because the buy is not my bias. I will work with my bias. If my bias is sell, then here when it tap to this gap over here, I would love to take the sell from here if it is inside the session, not outside of the session. So first decide your bias, where you're thinking market will go now, and then go with your direction. Opposite run, let it go. The order block, let it go, don't take it. Wait for the selling opportunity. It is going higher, 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 come here, look for the sell. It is going higher, higher, take that high, look for the sell. It didn't do that. That is your selling opportunity from this gap inside the session, not outside of the session, not inside the lunch hour. If it is not the lunch hour, that is my best sell over here from this gap. It's the best sell for me because my bias is bearish and I'm interested to take the sell. However, outside of the session, don't go for the trade. Outside of the session, no PDRA respect. No PDRA respect. From 11:30 to 12:50, no PDRA respect. So don't look at the price action. Don't look for the precision. Don't look for the setup outside of the session. However, guys, did you get something from this live? Let me see how many are green. 65% is in green, red is 22%, gray is 12%. At the same time, nobody is gonna be right 100% of the time. Nobody. So if you are profitable already with some of your trade, you should stop over there. Just stop over there. This market will keep being here and you will keep trading again and again every day. But you don't need to make $1 million by one single day. You don't need to make it. So you will wait for the next opportunity in the next day or the next session. In the same session, don't go for the two winning trade from the same account. Don't do that. A question about the 1109 order block is it is 6 point below the high of the 15-minute fair value gap. So why you are marking it as a valid? I didn't know that. I saw that it has actually high. If it is below, then it's not the order block, sister. I saw it was aligned with the high. Let me check. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is below the line or high of the 15-minute last fair value. It's not a valid order block. Like here, when it was something like this, I didn't see it is below that high of that 15-minute last fair value gap. So it's not the water block, sister. I'm wrong here. I should not go for the buy from that water block because the high is below that line. So it's not a valid water block to take the buy over here. Do you get me, Sophia? I didn't see that, sister. I was not looking for that buy. If I was looking for that buy, I of course would love to look for that. I mean, perfection over there. This premium discount is gonna be clear to all of you guys. It will just take a bit more time, that's all. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I think I'm done for today. PM session, should I continue? Let me think. Should I continue? You guys can do that without me. I believe so. Let me check how many subscribers do I have. Come on. Wow. 11,362 subscribers. I got a lot of subscribers today. Near about 5. Thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. No, yeah. I'd love to close it. Okay, I'm really so tired. Not tired actually, but if I see something good, then I'll be sudden live will be there. Okay, sudden live. 7 more likes, and we even the ratio is anyone forgot to hasn't yet. Please hit the like button. How many likes did I get? I think 115 likes. Yeah, if anyone forgot to push the like button, make sure that you have pushed the like button. So yeah, until the next time. Considering tomorrow is NFP, can today FOMC be traded? No, brother. Today is a low probability because we have Nvidia earnings after the closing, if I'm not wrong. We have the Nvidia earnings, so PM session is gonna be disaster, but it of course can be also beautiful. Like this morning session was beautiful. Unfortunately, it was beautiful. I was expecting bad price action, but it was really so beautiful price action. But PM session is gonna be a real disaster, to be honest. Thank you very much. You're most welcome. Cats, I will say, okay. How can I say your name? Arthur. I will use that Arthur. Team aware of FOMC, Nvidia earnings news, and tomorrow's NFE. Yeah, it's gonna be so highly low probable area to trade this PM session. Thanks for sharing teaching. No problem, brother. What about Asia tonight for a run? No trade should be valid before the NFP. So let the run go until NFP. Let me check when is the NFP. I think the NFP is 8:30. Yeah, until 8:30. No need to trade today. Okay. I mean, you have made enough profit by today morning session and 7 a.m. So I think you should wait until the NFP, and then we'll see if there is anything after the NFP. It's the best idea, guys. To be honest, you should not go for the trade. Yeah, that's all, guys. You're most welcome, Jamie. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Okay. Until then, cheers, guys.